right. He hit it in the corner. Thomas, step back, jumper on the way. Rockbot off the pool, 3 for the win. He got it. 1 second. Shields tosses it up. Oh, a miracle. Laettner catches, shoots. Score! Here comes Suggs, long 3 for the win. Banks it home. In the corner with 1 second. Hoists the jumper. It's good. Lamont Butler. Westbrook tries about a 30-footer. No good. Lorenzo Charles slams it in. Ryan Arcidiacono flips to Jenkins. 3 for the win. It's good to win the national championship. 5 seconds to Sharp. Top of the key. Lost the dribble. He's got to pick it up. It's scooped up by Condon. Condon secures it. And Florida found a way. The Florida Gators are the national champions once again.
The memorable shot that sometimes just as memorable to get on the floor and secure that loose ball. Albert and Alberta remember that one. Gators hoping they can chop their way to a second consecutive national championship. Plenty of cause for worry, and Ruben Chinyelu, the journey he's made, the impact that he's making, and what he's done for the Gators. Chris Button will be with us to document the heart and soul of the Gators and the star under TODD GOLDEN, and what a job he's done during his time in Gainesville. Among all of those, coached more than 1 season in Florida, 715 winning percentage, the best of any of them. Florida's also been really good in SEC play, 47 wins against conference opponents, has tied for the second best record. Of course, they won the SEC tournament a year ago as well. It was their first SEC tournament title since 2014, and then the national championship last year, the youngest national championship coach since Jimmy V in 1983, and a chance with this team as they've grown and improved to go back-to-back, and we're delighted to be joined by the head coach of the Gators, TODD GOLDEN, in his 4th year. Talked a little bit earlier about the moment when your team turned the corner. What was it specifically? Because you guys lost some close games to good teams, still right there in it, and didn't feel as if you were playing your best. What is it that changed in your judgment?
You know, it was, to me, it was just being together for an extended period of time. We felt like when we got this group together last summer that we had a chance to have a special year, and a lot of conversation about our early season losses. But, you know, the maturity that this group displayed, the way they stayed together and continue to lift each other through that time period. And as we discussed, you know, playing Tennessee early in conference play, being able to run away from them, and here, you know, our guys started playing with a lot more confidence, playing together better, and that gave me the confidence that this team could be special this year.
You know, last year from my seat, you were a perimeter-driven team with vital contributions from the front court, and this year you seem to be more a front court-driven team with vital contributions from your back court. But early in the season, when there were turnover issues, not shooting the ball particularly well, but yet you kept saying, at least you told me, like, we're close, like we're right there. What was the message to the team to keep believing in the plan?
Well, you know, I think for a lot of the time, we were just still trying to figure out our identity. We were trying to figure out who was going to lead us in scoring, who was going to help us defensively, who was going to share the ball, and we had a lot of talented guys just trying to find their way. And again, their maturity, their willingness to play for each other gave our staff a lot of confidence that we stayed the course. But really, when we took a lot of pride in becoming a defensive team, being kind of nasty, ugly, dominating the boards, and then, to your point, doing a much better job taking care of the basketball, that gave us the runway to really take off.
Explain an 8-man rotation and how important it is for your team's success and the progress you made.
Well, you know, we're fortunate to have a lot of really talented big guys, which gives us the ability to play for those guys. And then our perimeter has been great, especially lately. And Isaiah Brown stepping up into that 8th-man role has given us a huge lift over conference play. You know, and the message to our younger guys is the only expectation we have when you go in the game is for the score to stay the same or go up. We don't care how many points you score, you know, how many assists you have. We just need that plus-minus to go the right way, and Isaiah's done a great over the last few months.
You got all these guys behind you, and as much as Florida's accomplished, you have a chance to win the regular season. Given that there are larger things to win, what is the significance of winning a regular season championship?
Well, you know, winning a regular season championship, I think, is really, really important, and something that, you know, talks about how good your team was for an extended period of time. Last year, we won the SEC tournament championship. Was a huge moment for us, and was great for our program. But to me, winning the regular season championship means a little bit more because you're doing it over a 2-month period, and we're in a good position right now. And we talked a lot about it with our team over the last couple of months. And, you know, now we're at the point where we're playing a game that, you know, can secure at least, you know, a part of that title. And this is a big game for us tonight.
Welcome back to College Game Day. covered by State Farm.
Albert, Alberta, welcoming the people here, Florida and Arkansas tonight, 8:30 Eastern Time. And
Welcome back to College Game Day, covered by State Farm.
the stretch, Duke and Virginia coming up. Ruben Chinyelu certainly would be a worthy submission as the Secretary of Defense, as we're joined by Chris Butt.
Yeah, Reese, for most players, this is the childhood dream, to play in environments and in front of fans like this, but that wasn't the case for Ruben Chinyelu. I sat down with the Florida Center to hear his unique journey into the sport and the woman that inspired it all.
What a job, Ruben Chinyelu. Wow, he is the best defender in all of college basketball. You cannot do it any better than Ruben Chinyelu.
I will make sure that I put all I can to get my team going defensively in championship.
At 6'10", Florida center Ruben Chinyelu is the ultimate disruptor on defense,
Chinyelu with the rejection.
who also controls the boards for the Gators.
Chinyelu!
A lot of his success on the glass comes from his sheer athleticism and God-given ability, but also just his mentality and the way he attacks every possession, every shot, every play.
Ruben says those intangible qualities are a testament to where he's from. Born in Nigeria, his childhood was marked with tragedy and sacrifice. His father died in his sleep when Ruben was just 6, and he watched his mom take care of him and his 3 older sisters as a single mother.
Just seeing that you have no dad no more, and then you see your mom working so hard to make sure that there's food on the table, that everyone, get to, go to school, eat, get clothes. So it's something that that stayed with me, just watching her struggle, and it had to make me grow up quick.
Growing up, Ruben dreamed of one day becoming a doctor. But at 14 years old and already standing 6'8", a conversation with a stranger changed how he viewed his future.
She looked at me, I was like, you tall, do you play basketball? And then I just laughed because everyone keeps saying that same thing, like, you tall, you play basketball. And I was like, no, I don't play basketball. Then she was like, no, this is not a laughing matter. Like, I'm serious. Like, you could be playing basketball and get a scholarship, to go to school.
Ruben walked away from that meeting with a new dream, basketball and an education. So he dove right in, 6 a.m. workouts every morning, studying video of NBA greats, including Nigeria's Hakeem Olajuwon. A year later, Ruben was recruited to play for the NBA Academy Africa in Senegal.
I was taught a lot. You have end of the clock play, you have out of bound plays. Why stuff like that we don't do it in Nigeria? We just go out and play basketball.
His development at the academy gave him the opportunity to play college basketball. Ruben spent his freshman season at Washington State before transferring to Florida in 2024.
You could see the potential and that he had the capacity to do a lot of things athletically that most guys his size don't have. And then when we got to know him as a person and just saw how intelligent he was and how well-rounded he was, we thought he'd be a great fit in our program.
Chinyelu pays it off. He's got a double-double.
With his success at Florida, including winning the 2025 national championship, comes yet another dream, giving back to his homeland. Ruben started a program collecting athletic shoes to send to Nigeria.
That's something that could empower some kids, just to keep chasing that dream because they don't have shoes. That's not easy down there in Nigeria.
Guys have them on the top of their locker, and he'll come around and he'd be nice about it. Just like, hey, if you guys aren't using those shoes, send those back to Nigeria.
And that just shows a lot about him, not only as a player, but his character, that he never forgets where he came from.
If you have a pure heart, you will go places. But you just have to be patient and then work hard and then believe in yourself. Make sure that you have something going for you, because at some point the basketball will stop bouncing.
Going with Ruben now, and what an incredible story. The woman actually that he met in the market, her name's Allison, they've become so close that he refers to her as grandma. And on behalf of ESPN, we were so touched of everything that you do, donating the shoes, that we would like to donate some pairs as well, Ruben.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Reese.
Hey, appreciate you guys. I need some time off Chris, Ruben, thank you very much. And this crowd loves that guy, and why not? And everybody else does too after watching that spectacular story. Take a look at our matchup preview presented by DraftKings. Let's go look at today's top 25 matchup in the SEC. Some notable games. Vanderbilt's on the road at Kentucky. Alabama and Tennessee will precede our coverage of Arkansas and Florida, which starts at 8:30 Eastern Time. Gators a double-digit favorite, but
identifies it and he kills it. That's why he's a coverage assassin.
So what will be the key as you look at this tonight to exploiting the immense gifts he has against his versatile Florida defense?
Well, the biggest thing, Florida's going to try to extend his catches and move him a step further out, I would think. You don't want to get him in a comfort zone. They've got to get him out of transition. They've got to get him out in double gaps where he can use that ability to create space and get to the rim and draw a second defender. He's also a willing passer, but I think the bigger thing is for Arkansas to have a chance in this game, and Jay, you said it earlier, they got to rebound the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't rebound the ball, they have no shot. If they rebound the ball, they get stops and rebound the ball, now all of a sudden they can play ahead of the defense, and then all of a sudden all of Acuff's tricks in his bag become available.
Yeah, this game comes down to three things for Arkansas. They got to rebound because Florida gets a ton of offensive rebounds. Number two, they got to rebound because Florida's huge along the front line. And number three, they got to rebound. Yep. If they don't rebound, they have no chance.
What about rebounding?
And then rebound. Then number four would be rebound.
They should probably get some rebounds.
Yeah,
I would agree.
They had a foul trouble.
To your point earlier, Seth, I also think Billy Richmond is a critical part
100%.
in this game because of the physicality it brings, because of his ability to score. And look, you need your best players to be prolific in road games going against a team that can win a national championship. And I think he's an X factor in this ball.
Yeah, 24 20-point games in a row for Billy Richmond. And you said it earlier, he hasn't scored 20 in his entire career. You know, another player that's had a few 20-point games in a row is Alex Condon. He has been playing extremely well. He's had 3 20-point games in a row. And in all of them, his efficiency has gotten better. He was 50% in the first one, then 69%, and then 80% from the field while scoring 20 points each game.